Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer, aka Jenny Love, aka Nurse Jenny. Welcome to my channel once more. If you haven't seen this face before, my name is Jennifer. I'm actually a registered nurse practicing here in the UK, and I decided to bring this channel where I will be sharing real content about life as an international nurse, life as a migrant, real life experiences, stories of myself and others, and then lifestyle in general. The purpose of this channel is actually to share stories, real life situations, experiences of myself and others to help you navigate through life while abroad. Now, I aim this space to be a very safe space for myself and you, my subscribers, so that we'll be able to learn from each other's story, my stories, other people's stories, so that we'll be able to inculcate it in our life, our daily life while abroad. So do well, sit back and enjoy this space, okay? And if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly hit the subscription button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that whenever I bring up or upload any video, you'll be among the first to know. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for staying with your girl. I really appreciate. Thank you once again. So today we will be talking about benefits of joining a union, part 2. Remember, in my last video I promised that I was going to come back to share how I benefited from being a union member. Now that is the video, my first video, which I tagged benefits of joining a union. If you haven't seen it, kindly say it so that you'll be able to merge this to the first video and this one to be able to get the full gist. Okay, all right, so now let's get to the business. It's story time. Remember, I promised I was going to tell you the story of how I benefited from being a union member. So I've been here, actually I've been in this UK for a couple of years now. So in 2021 I was working with a private company like that, and so this company, they were having some issues among themselves which I won't be diving into. So that company, they never owed us, I will give them that, but unfortunately, towards the, will I say, the tail end of the company, we started hearing some, rumors. There's no smoke without the fire. So we started hearing some gist that they are having problems, they could close down and all the rest of them. So within me, I was, hoping that those rumors would turn out to be false. But unfortunately, they became true. But before I get to that, so on that month, the company paid me my wage and they short paid me by 40%. I was surprised. Now, it wasn't only me, in case if you're feeling I was just the only person. No, it wasn't only me. So we were all surprised. Why? We asked question, and this trying to pass the responsibility. Is this person that is supposed to pay? Is this person that, but we were caught in the middle of all those drama which we had nothing to do with, so we kept quiet, hoping that they will come back and pay us the next month. So few weeks after that, after we got our salary where we were short paid, we got an information, a concrete information that RQIA, now RQIA means Regulations and Quality Improvement Authority, they are the ones in charge of regulating care or health care in Northern Ireland. So we got information that RQIA, after their inspection, they have decided to close down the company. I was like, what? In my head, because then I was still under certificate of sponsorship. So in my head, I was like, I hope this is not true. What am I gonna do? I started panicking, thinking and hoping it was going to come out to be a lie. But unfortunately, it came out to be the truth. I know, just like every other person who would have found themselves in that kind of situation where I found myself, then I panicked. And I'm sure every other person would have panicked as well too. And then a few days later, after we got that information, we got a letter which then made it official that the company was closing. Yeah. So we were given few days that, you have to find a way to sort yourself out. So I was literally left in limbo. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go to. Now, meanwhile, the patients, the residents, they had to sort out another place for them to go to. But as a staff, you just have to sort yourself out, find somewhere else to go, find another job. Because what it means, as they said the company was closing or is going to be closed, what it means that I will be left without a job. In fact, we all were left without a job. Now remember, they short paid me by 40%. The weeks I worked, which I was expecting that when they are going to pay the next salary, they will include my 40%, which they didn't pay me. I didn't get those weeks. Some of my annual leaves, I didn't get them. And some other, even pension, I didn't get that. As in like paying into my pension pot, that didn't go. Then it came on the D-Day, the company closed its door. But before then, remember I told you I didn't know what to do. I discovered that my colleagues, their union sent representatives to come and be with them, guide them, help to, gather information to help them fight their case. At that time, it hadn't occurred to me that I should contact my own union, because as soon as I got my PIN in this country, I joined union. You see the power of information. So I went to the representative of the other union, to thinking that, it's for everybody. But he told me that, no, Jennifer, unfortunately, because I'm not their union member, they can't represent me. That instead, I should contact my union to explain to them what is going on. And then they would, come and represent me. I was like, oh, really? He said, yes. Power of information. And that's why I decided to do this video on this topic. Because I know there are so many people out there who don't have this information, who are not opportuned to know about this. That's why I'm doing this video. So kindly hit the like button if you see this video as being informative, educative, enlightening. Hit this like button, hit the subscribe button, and kindly share to others, because I know a lot of people need this. A lot of people need this information. So kindly share. And if you haven't joined the union, please do well and get yourself registered with the union. Remember, I'm not a union rep. I'm only here to share this information because I know it is important. I have benefited from it. A lot of people have benefited from being union members, and I know you will benefit from it as well too. It doesn't matter if you've never encountered any form of problem or the other. You never can tell when you hit that rocky road and you find out that you need someone to back you. You find out that you need a backbone. If you don't join a union, when you get to that road, what are you going to do? So the earlier, the better. That's why I'm bringing this information. So please don't just only watch this. Kindly share it to others, because I know there are a lot of people who don't know about this. There are a lot of people who are searching for this kind of information. Kindly share it so that they too will know. All right, so back to my story. So I contacted my union. So they gave me someone who was to represent me, but another person. So now, remember I said that happened in 2021. Do you believe that that case is still ongoing? Although we've had the judgment last year in our favor, yeah, but I'll come to that. I don't want to ruin the story. So they give me another rep, and not only a rep, they give me a solicitor. They give me a lawyer. Now you and I know how much it can cost to hire a lawyer in this UK. How much more hiring a lawyer from 2021 till date? Do you know how much I would have spent? And remember, when that company closed down, I was left in limbo. I had no job. So where would I have gotten the money to employ a lawyer or to engage the services of a lawyer? No, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't have been able to do it. But my union gave me that without collecting a dime. Now, they asked me all the questions. We had different meetings. They asked me what happened. I told them all my stories and everything. Do you know they took that case to court against the company? Because they needed to pay. They were owing me. It was my sweat. I worked for it. So they needed to pay me that money. So my union took the case to court. And as God may have it, I won the case last year. The judge passed the judgment in my favor. Yes. So the company has been mandated to pay me every dime they owe me. And the same thing can happen to any other person who finds themselves in the situation where I found myself. So that's one. Though this money hasn't gotten into my account yet, because they are still preparing some things. And the money we're talking about is in thousands of pounds. So you can imagine if I wasn't a union member. At that time I was already panicking. I didn't know what to do. I didn't get that information of going to my union. I would have forgotten about this money. I wouldn't have, there's no way I would have gotten this money. I would have lost these thousands. Or even if I had decided to maybe, fight it myself, engage the services of a lawyer, do you know how much I would have spent? I would have spent, and remember, I was not working. I had to look for another job. And those while I was not working, my union put it in the complaint as well, so that the company needed to pay me for those times I wasn't working, because it wasn't my fault. They closed down. It wasn't my fault that I didn't have a job. I was supposed to have, been working if the company didn't close. So they had to give me that money. Please. And also those pensions that I lost, those period I wasn't working, the company was asked to pay for it as well too. You see, if I didn't get my union involved, or I wasn't a union member, how would I have known all those? I wouldn't have. So that's one of the benefits of how, one of the ways I benefited from being a union member. And now another one was, I wanted to apply for visa, not for myself, but for someone else. I didn't know how to go about it. I picked up the phone and contacted my union, and my union gave me an appointment with an immigration lawyer. Yeah, the immigration lawyer contacted me and asked me the questions and guided me, and I was able to do what I needed to do without collecting a dime. That's one of the benefits of being a union member. And also, this story is not about me. It's about another person that I know. This person was to leave that company to another company, and the company asked this person to pay a certain amount of money. I think it was up to 4,000 that this person was supposed to pay for leaving the company at a certain time. Now, this person contacted the union and told the union everything and gave the union the breakdown of what the company wants the person to pay. And you know, the union wrote to the company asking the company to explain blah 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 blah. Do you know that at the end of the day, this friend of mine didn't pay up to 1,000 when the person was leaving the company? Why was it so? Because this person was a union member, because this person involved the union. So you can imagine this person would have lost a whopping £4,000 if this person didn't engage the services of the union, if this person wasn't a union member. Can you imagine that? So you see how much you can benefit from being a union member. Now remember, because you are a union member does not mean you shouldn't do your job properly. If you are a nurse practicing in the UK, always make sure you follow the code of conduct of NMC. If you're a carer, always make sure you follow the code of conduct of your NISC. Follow the company policy. Do your job diligently. And when there's any concern which wasn't your fault, which maybe you had nothing to do with it, or maybe someone in the company or a colleague start treating you unfairly, when you stand up to go to your union and tell your union everything, your union will be able to hit their chest and represent you with all their might, because you have done your job, because you're being treated unfairly. They will be able to represent you, and when they represent you, you'll see the outcome is usually favorable. There's another incident that happened. Unfortunately, the person decided to handle it by themselves. Unfortunately, the person got a very harsh decision. Another one happened. This person was not a union member. Nobody to represent the person. And this person went, after the incident had happened, went to the union. The union said, unfortunately, you were not with us when this happened, so we can't represent you on this. But going on, if anything happens while you are with us, we will gladly represent you. So you see why it is important to become a union member. And not just becoming a union member. If you have any concern in your workplace, lift up the phone and speak to your union and watch them represent you. I hope I've been able to explain everything to you, and with all this my points, I haven't been able to confuse you. Rather, I have been able to convince you to join a union today. Now, if you find this video educative, if you find this video helpful, if you find this video enlightening, kindly smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that when next I upload a video, you'll be among the very first to know about it. And also do well to share it to every other person who you know are maybe international nurses in the UK, abroad, maybe healthcare professionals, and any migrant working here in the UK or working abroad. Do well to share this video. Share it to someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone. It will be very, very helpful to them. Okay? Until then, I remain your girl, Nurse Jenny, aka Jenny Love. All right, bye, and see you later.